Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. How are we doing? Good morning, Natalie. Morning, Jamie. How are we all today? So, let me just see. Whereabouts are we? Oh, that's not bad, actually. Okay. Working on this bit down here, so I'm just sort of trying to work out which green is probably going to be the best green. Probably that one, actually. So, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Let me just enlarge my picture so you can see what I'm drawing. Okay. I am using the earth green yellowish, and I've got to remember today to not put my pencils back in the tray as I use them, but put them off to one side, because I had someone on YouTube, I think it was Anna, ask me to write down in the description which colours I'm using. So I'm going to try and remember to do that. Yeah, I got chat on screen. I put chat on screen yesterday. I worked out how to do it. I asked James if he could help me a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, you've got to embed it, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, or you don't really need it. And I was like, oh, okay, if that's what you think, then I won't worry about it so much. And but then I thought, no, I like to see the chat on the screen, and I thought, well, there must be a YouTube video somewhere that tells you how to do it. So yeah, I found an instructional video to put chat on screen. So you all can see your names. And I thought it would be helpful as well to have it there, because as you know, I share these VODs over onto YouTube, and sometimes I'm chatting away to you guys in chat, and the people who are only watching it on YouTube are probably like, what is she responding to? What are the comments? So James trying to sabotage. Yeah, he just obviously just doesn't want me competing with him, you know. He only has it on screen at the start of his stream, but I do like seeing chat on screen, because if you're lurking, you can see what chat is saying. Exactly. So you have that, and also because I do share this onto YouTube later, people can see what chat have been saying, what the other comments are, how people interact with one another, and you know, people who are on YouTube who might not really know what Twitch is, it might make them come over to Twitch as well. So, you know, and they see they can interact live. Hi, YouTube. But yeah, I do like to see chat on screen as well. So let me do that later. Right, that can go there. So I need something darker, so I'm going to use the permanent green, I think. I think that might be the wrong green. We shall see. Let's go for hooker's green. wrong colour. Oh, what is the green that I used last time? See, if I'd got it written down, I'd be able to go back. Find out. No, that's not the right one. Let me try. Permanent green olive. Maybe. Back to the earth green yellowish. People of YouTube, this is the first time Chat has been here. The other time she's been talking to herself. Yeah. Well, you know, it's the only way you can get intelligent conversation sometimes is talking to yourself, right? I'm just flipping between these two greens at the moment. Oh yes, I have got the Dalmatian pickup instead of the lovebird. Sorry. Well spotted. Yeah, let's see that. There we go. Lovely. Thank you, Jamie. You're going to dip out briefly to run some errands before work, but hopefully I'll catch you before you end the stream. Okay, Natalie. Take care. Treasy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Section. It's quite darker. So I noticed James was doing fallow last night. Because he came downstairs and he said to me that he was going to do a Valo stream because he wanted to get good. So how did he end? Did he level up? I watched it for a bit. I sort of got to the point where I think you all started to arrange a Spotify playlist. So about 9ish. And then I stopped watching. So how did he get on in the end? Gold 3. Oh, a couple of times to plat. Really? Oh, cool. That's good. When he said he was going to play on EU servers, and he was going to try and level up, I said, oh, so you don't want to play with me? There's no way he wanted an iron on his team. He had like 5 winning games in a row. Oh, well, that's good, because the first two games that I watched, he had 2 defeats. So it's good that he went on to a winning streak. And then switched to Call of Duty. All right, did he get the game given to him? I know he chatted to the boys because they were already playing it, and he DM'd them. So did he have to buy it, or did they gift it to him? He bought it. Oh, okay. Can't have everything, can you? Just looking for my... eraser. Sorry, I've got my jumper in the screen there. This is my... probably can't see it. This is my really sort of tatty jumper that I made about 6 or 7 years ago. So it was the first time I knit anything. And I thought, my mum used to knit all the time, and she used to love knitting, and I could never do it. I could never get my head around knitting. I remember trying as a little girl, and the stitches were just so tight. I could not get the needles into individual stitches, and because it was just so tight with tension, I just couldn't do it. So I used to crochet instead, because crochet I could just do that no problem. And then one year I'd gone into the shops to look for some chunky winter jumpers, and I just couldn't see any that I liked, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make one. How hard can it be? So I bought some chunky grey wool, because grey goes with anything, and so I made this jumper. So I mean, you can see how old it is, because look, it's all sort of pilling and stuff, but it is so comfy and it is so warm. It's the warmest jumper I've got. And yes, I knit now. I knit lots of things. I've knitted socks. I've knitted, hang on, let me see if I can find them for you. Hang on, I'll show these on, let me put them on. Let me do this, hang on. I made these fingerless mittens, because sometimes I sit at my desk, I sit at my desk and I'm writing and my fingers are freezing. So I made these like fingerless mittens in this lovely wool, and look, it's even got a pattern on it, so I didn't stick to just simple knit and purl. But yeah, there you go. I loved it. I got this wool from a like a craft fair, and I just fell in love with it. It looked beautiful in the skein that it was in, and I thought, oh, I've got to have that wool for my fingerless mittens that I want to do. And I went up to the till, because there was no price on it, and I went up to the till, and she went, oh, that'll be $19.95, please. And I was like, Literally mouth drop open moment. But I was like, I can't back out now, so I bought it. And I thought, I've got to use this wall. I can't just sit in my cupboard now. I've got to use it. So, yes. I've knit a few things. I knitted a couple of baby hats, obviously for babies. And it was purple and white, and it had two big eyes on the top and ears and these like plaited bits down the side, so it looked like an owl hat. What else? I've knitted a couple of winter hats, like beanies. I think hats are dead easy. I've knitted ornaments for the Christmas tree. I haven't done any for ages though. That's expensive for yarn. Yeah, absolutely. Is it 100% merino wool or something? There was merino in it. It wasn't 100%. I think it was like 75-25. I can't remember what the 25 was though. But yeah, it was very expensive. But it was one of these proper yarn fair things, where it was literally for people who knit or crochet, or it was all yarn, and it was the most amazing show. I took my friend Mary over there because I wanted to go. I didn't want to go on my own, and I knew that she occasionally would knit squares, and she knits all her squares up into like a big blanket, and I thought, well, she might like it, but I don't think she was as taken by it as I was. But there were some amazing garments there and some amazing creations. Right, now I need a really dark green, so I'm going to go with this pine green. Yeah, I would say I'm quite crafty. I like making things. A darkish colour. I might just go in with the sepia just to go over that, just to emphasise the shadow. How the hell is there expensive wool? Is wool not just wool? Is there special sheep? There are special sheep, Jamie. Yeah. And there's also special rabbits. Have you heard of an Angora rabbit? I mean, when we went round the show, they had some of the Angora rabbits in in cages, and obviously some of the things that they'd made from their fur and everything. Oh my god, they're the softest creatures. But I have to be so careful with wool. I can't have real wool because I'm allergic to lanolin, and lanolin is a grease that you find in sheep's wool. So by the time they've shorn the sheep and processed all the wool, then a lot of the lanolin is taken out of it, but in some of the natural wools it's still in there. So I can't have anything with natural wool because I just come out in these massive red welts all over my body and get really, really itchy. And I discovered that when I was in secondary school, and I used to take GCSE textiles. It was one of my GCSE courses, and we had like the carding brushes. They're like brushes with like little rows and rows of metal hooks on, and you brush them against each other to sort of pull the wool out. And I didn't know that I was allergic to the lanolin in the wool, and so we just started in this class, and we were given like this grotty, greasy wool, and we were told to card it, and we started carding, and I was like, a bit itchy, so I was scratch, and then before I knew it, I literally just, my arms, my hands, where I touched my face afterwards, just massive red welts all over me. And so yeah, I have to be really, really careful. So I usually just go for a lot of the synthetic wools that I don't have anything with natural wool in. And obviously there's a lot of face creams and lip balms that have got lanolin in, so I also have to check to make sure that I don't have anything with those. Yes, there is rabbit wool, yes. You swear sheep wool is like 12p per kilo and it's not worth selling it. Some wools are nice and cheap, I will admit, and there is nothing wrong with cheap wool. If you want to use synthetic wool, then you go for it. Don't let anyone be a wool snob. And there are wool snobs. Jamie's probably thinking, what is she going on about? Yes, there are wool snobs. There are purists who think that you should only ever use pure wool that comes off an animal, and not you can get cottons, you can get bamboo wool. This is probably going to blow Jamie's mind. Bamboo wool. So yeah, you can get loads. See, I'm a mine of information that you just didn't know about, right? This is the permanent green olive again. Wait a darn tootin' minute. How on God's green earth can you wool bamboo? I don't know, but they do. And it is the softest wool. Bamboo wool is the softest wool, Jamie. Honestly, it is so nice and it washes beautifully. But I mean, I only found out about these things because I was allergic to normal wool. Just go in there. See all this information you didn't know you needed, Jamie. It's not just an art show, it's an education, right? Not been this mind blown since you found out about almond milk. Hello, hello. Hang on. Excellent. Lovely. Lovely, great, thank you very much. Yeah, that'd be great, thank you very much. Oh, you are going? Okay. Alright then. Bye! Nick's going off to visit his parents. I don't really have almond milks because I can't have anything that's made from nuts. Not because I'm allergic, but because it sets off my migraines. So I have rice milk. Rice milk is my favourite. I did used to have oat milk, but it would have to be the gluten-free oat milk because obviously I'm celiac. But then the brand that I liked, they changed the recipe and it became very, very, I don't know, like there was powdery cream in it. It was weird. It was really weird. And it was, no, so I went off it. So I started using rice milk. You can milk rice. Well, you don't actually milk the rice. What you do is you get uncooked rice and you put it in water and you blend it and whiz it round and it becomes rice milk. So it looks like, they call it rice milk. It's not actually milk. It just looks like milk. But it is so sweet. You wouldn't think that rice milk would be so sweet, and it is. It's really, really sweet. And it's not just me that has it. James has it in his cups of tea, and he doesn't even need to be drinking different milks, or he's certainly not vegan. Soggy rice. It's not soggy. I'm just going to use this appropriately called grass green. Just because the green on this side of the plant is just a little bit lighter. use this leaf green as well. Back in the good old day, it was either cow milk or no milk. Oh yeah, exactly. Back in the day, you could only ever get, well, I mean, you could buy it from the shop, but we only ever used to get our milk from the milkman. When I was a kid, the milkman would come around on his little milk float, and we'd have this little rack outside the front door for the milkman to put the milk in. And it would be in, obviously, the glass bottles, and you'd have these little silver foil lids. And some mornings you'd go out there, you'd be just a little bit too late, and the birds would have poked through the top. So like the blue tits and everything would literally follow the milkman around and wait for him to put down new milk. And if he didn't go out there quick enough, the birds would land on the tops of the bottles and poke their beaks through to sort of drink the milk and the cream that was underneath. I can't remember my mum ever throwing it away, so I think we probably just drank it, even though the birds had been at it. When I think about that now, I'm like, ooh, don't know where a bird has stuck its beak. It's a bit gross, but alright. I used to love the weekend because we'd get a pint of fresh orange juice as well. And the birds never went for that. So it was like they knew which one gave them what they wanted. They never went for the orange juice. The orange juice was always free of bird additive. I'm just going to add a bit of this leaf green and some of these other leaves just so that that tone just sort of ties together. Burb milk. Yeah, exactly. Nope, not that one. This one. We had this lovely milkman. His name was Paul, and he always used to wear this blue cap. Never saw him without this blue cap, and he never walked anywhere. He was like always running. He would run from one house to the other. He'd jump on his milk float and move a little bit up the street, and then he'd jump back out. He'd run from one house to the other, and he was the friendliest guy. So smiley, so happy. He was really good. And one day I can remember saying to him, why do you always wear your blue cap? And I can remember he looked at me and he said, who have you been talking to? And he said it really sternly, and I was like, no one. I'm just curious. You've always got that blue hat on. I've never seen you without the blue hat. And he just sort of, I could just remember him looking at me as if to say, not sure whether I trust you or not. And he took his hat off, and he was completely and utterly bald. And apparently he said he suffered from something called alopecia. At the time I didn't know what that was as a child. And he'd been really self-conscious about it, and he thought that I was going to wind him up about it. And of course I did not, because that's not the sort of child that I was. And he would let me sit on his milk float and give me a lift up the street. I would just literally sit on the back. I mean, you would not get away with that nowadays, would you? I mean, either everyone would question the milkman for why are you doing this with a child, and as parents you wouldn't allow your children just to sit on the back of an open milk float and be driven up a street in case you're worried about them falling off. There were no seat belts or anything like that. But yes, those were the good old days, Jamie. Never question a man that always wears a hat. Rule 1 in life. That's rule 1. Okay. Okay. I must admit, I did feel kind of awkward afterwards. I was just curious. Kids are curious, right? Add a few very faint lines with this earth green yellowish, just because there's so many lines here, and I just think that that will help tie it in. Very faint, but it will add to the effect, because I think these sort of leaves are quite stringy. Better. That is much better. Right. This one is much lighter. Back to the grass green. And then the leaf green on top. When I used to do a lot more knitting, I haven't done it for a long time. I remember when I first got my needles out, I can remember James and the kids were very much at the time into playing Among Us, and they wanted me to knit little Among Us characters for each of them in a different colour. Never got round to it. Bad mummy. So I'm just trying to look at the picture as it appears on screen just to see if it looks balanced. Right, now I have quite a darkish green. I'm gonna go with this permanent green. Permanent green, olive. I tell you, I watched a really good film the other day. Hang on, what's after the lovebird? Don't know. I really want to do those wolves, but I'm very scared of doing those wolves because I think they require a level of skill that I don't have yet. So I might chicken out and choose something else first and build up to the wolves until I feel confident. I know Artsman said a few streams back, or whether it was on a Friday, to actually maybe just take small sections from the wolf pictures. So like I was worried about the trees with the pine needles and the snow that sits on top of them, just to take those little sections and just practice doing those rather than worry about a whole picture. And so I might do that. I might do little sections of fur just to see how I get on with that, but yeah, I don't know. If I chicken out, it's got to be a chicken. Could be a lovely chicken. I think I'd have to get quite a colourful chicken if I was going to do a chicken. But then chickens are feathers, and feathers are hard. I mean, I struggled with this guy. So I don't know. I haven't quite decided. I mean, with the Friday one, I can take more time to think about it. So we shall have to see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I watched a really good film on Netflix the other day. It probably won't appeal to you guys, but I really enjoyed it. And it was called Nyad, N-Y-A-D. And it was based on a true story of a woman called Diana. I think it was Diana rather than Diane. Diana Nyad. And she was a marathon swimmer. And she attempted this crossing between Cuba and Florida, which was like 100 miles of swimming in open seawater, when she was 28 years old, and she failed. And she held it as this dream, but she never quite achieved it. And so when she was 61, she decided to try again. And it's all about her fight to achieve this dream at the age of 61 that she couldn't do. Before, when she did it at 28, she swam next to a boat that had like this big metal cage around her so that she couldn't get attacked by sharks or jellyfish. And so she decided at age 61 that she was not going to have this cage, even though there was still sharks and jellyfish out there, because she didn't want there to be next to her name that it was an assisted swim, that she was assisted by this cage. And she was so convinced that she would be utterly fine. And she made, in case you want to watch it, I won't tell you how many attempts it took her, but the battle, the physical battle, the mental battle that she went through, assembling her team, actually doing the swims, was amazing. And she faced all this opposition because she was a woman, because she was 61, because this was like, I think it was 2012, I think she finally tried to do this marathon swim again to get from Cuba to Florida. And it's got Annette Bening in it, in the lead role as Diana Nyad, and her partner Bonnie is played by Jodie Foster. And it's the most amazing movie, and it appealed to me because I used to do long distance swimming. I never did marathon swimming or anything like that, but I used to do long distance swimming, and it was just, yeah, it was just such a good film. It made me cry at the end, and I just really enjoyed it. So if you like sports things, sports stories, I strongly suggest you watch that one. I mean, she's quite a character, this Diana Nyad. She comes across right at the beginning of the film, until you get used to her, as quite abrasive. She's quite an abrasive character. And at first, when I was first watching it, I thought, oh, if I knew this woman in real life, she would really wind me up. But then as I continued to watch the film and really sort of thought about the mindset that sports people have to be in to achieve these massive goals in their life, it stopped becoming abrasive, and it made me think that these people who go out there and succeed, you know, whether they're CEOs of companies that start with nothing, they start with like 20 quid in their shed or something, and they succeed and they become these massive people. And it's the same with sports stars, so, you know, boxers, swimmers, people who are determined that they're going to overcome these insurmountable odds to get to where they want to be. And for her to do it at age 61 was huge, absolutely huge. And I really enjoyed it, because there is that element of women being written off, you know, after they hit like menopause and stuff. And it's like, this film was entirely shot to celebrate the women. It wasn't shot to appeal to a man's gaze, and that's what I really liked about it. Because obviously there's Annette Bening, who's in the lead role, was obviously in her 60s when she filmed it, and she's in a swimsuit. And normally if you have a woman in a swimsuit in a movie, she's going to be this perfect, you know, nymph-like figure that appeals to the male gaze. And this film was nothing to do with men, absolutely nothing to do with men. So I'm sorry, you guys out there. I'm not getting all feminist on your ass or anything like that, but it was just nice to see a movie that just celebrated these two women achieving something past an age where women are kind of not really considered important or special or anything like that. And it was just so nice. I hope that they win some awards for this sort of biopic, I guess it's probably called. I don't know if that's the right term for it. Really, really good movie. Right, I just want to put in just going to put in a few lines, and then I'm going to go on to the rest of the flower. Okay. I'm just going to go on to these pinks now. So I'm going to use the light purple pink first of all. Is that in shot? Yeah, let's come over here a little bit. Needed to outline that. Can't believe we're getting to the end of this one. I'll have to count up how many hours we've worked on it. Right, now I'm going to use the Fushcia. Just to go over the top. There is a little hint of sort of pinky orange here, so I'm just going to go to this rose carmine or carmine. It's got a little orange tint to it. I might put some orange just over the top just to strengthen it, but going to use this very soft orange. It's actually called dark chromey yellow, but putting the yellow over the pink it just gives it the orange tint. Flowers are uniform, these colours. Already got a bit there. Look at that. Look! Oh! pencil broke. Rest in peace. That doesn't bode well. There, that feels better now I've put the orange in. And I'm just going to go back over the orange with that carmine rose. Is it carmine? Carmine? I have no idea. A minute's silence for the pencil. Everyone close your eyes. Bow your heads. Minute silence. Poor thing. Right, this is the light magenta. I think that's the first time I've had that happen on me since using this set of Faber Castell. And then I'm just going to go to the light green yellowish. Back to the light magenta pink. So has anyone got any good weekend plans coming up? We're having a nice free weekend where we don't have to do anything. It'll be the Twinnies' birthday on Monday. So if you see Becca or Jared online on Monday, wish them a happy birthday. But we're having a lovely free weekend. Going Littlehampton. Excellent. What are we getting them? To be honest, we'll probably just give them money. We did ask them what they wanted, and they very helpfully both just went like that. So it's best just to give them money, and then they can just buy what they want. Got a couple of birthday cakes in. We have always bought them individual birthday cakes. I mean, we have to buy individual birthday cakes now, especially with Becca being celiac, so she has to have gluten-free cake. But even before we knew she was celiac, we would buy them separate cakes, because I always used to hate the fact that when I was a child, my birthday was the 14th of July, but my brother Brian's birthday was the 7th of July, and my parents always used to lump our birthdays together. So every birthday I had to share it with my brother. And so we always had one cake between us, and I used to hate that I never got a special cake, and that just had my name on it. And it's a silly little selfish thing that you have in your head as a kid, and I was just like, I'm not going to make my kids feel like that when they were from when they were born, because everyone was like, oh, you're going to have to get them matching outfits and things because they're twins, and I never did the matching outfit thing ever, because I never wanted them to feel like they weren't individuals. So my kids have never had matching outfits. They've never had a cake that they've had to share. I've always tried to make them feel special as individuals, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hate twins with matching clothes. It's like, oh, people think it's so cute, and I'm just like, no, it's not cute to me. No, don't like it at all. I think even if I'd had identical twins, I would never have bought them matching clothes, because I just don't like that. Morning, Artsman. How are you? Yeah, Jack is well. Jack is very well. He returned to college. He was absolutely fine. And he came out of college brimming with joy yesterday. Brimming with joy. Because they finally got the good ketchup. which is just like, I picked him up yesterday and he came out and he got this big beaming smile on his face, and I was like, oh, have you had a good day? And he goes, yep. He says they finally got the good ketchup for the hot dogs. Because they'd had this good ketchup, and then these different people took over the catering, changed the ketchup, which is a big no-no for Jack, because of his autism and everything. He has certain taste requirements, and the ketchup did not match, almost to the point we almost thought about giving him his own ketchup bottle to take with him to college. But yeah, so finally it changed back, and he's now got the decent ketchup. And I said to him, I was just trying to imagine like these reviews for the college online with people saying, oh yeah, it's a really good education, you've got really good teachers, really good facilities, and then there'd be Jack's that says they've got the good ketchup, because literally that would be what he would write, because he's so food orientated that's the sort of thing that he just sort of comes up with. Like, we get it, you're twins, get your own damn clothes. Yeah, absolutely. I'll always remember being out and about with twins once in their pushchair, and I had one of those side by side buggies, and it would win someone over the good ketchup. Yeah, absolutely. Morning, Faisal. And yeah, so I was out with the twins, and they were like, I don't know, 3 months old, something like that. And this little old lady came up to me, as little old ladies do when you've got babies, and was like, oh, they're so lovely. Are they twins? I said, yeah, they are. And she said, are they identical? And I went, no, one's a boy, one's a girl. She went, yes, but are they identical? And I went, well, no, they can't be. One's got an extra bit that the other one doesn't have, so no, they're not identical. And she was like, are you sure? Are you sure they're not identical? Because they look pretty identical to me. And it just went completely over the top of her head that one was a girl, one was a boy, so they couldn't possibly be identical. And you just get to the point where you have this conversation so many times that you just smile and go, oh, lovely, well, thanks very much, thanks, okay, you have a good day, bye. And just sort of walk on. But it was just like, she could not get why a boy and a girl would not be identical. And it's like, that level of intelligence blows my mind. Because it's like, how have you made it through life? This is the Fushcia again, by the way. In the south they say, that's nice, that's real nice. Just said Becca looks like a boy. I will have to show you one day some baby pictures. And then you'll be able to see that they were not identical. You know they weren't identical, but I don't think Becca would mind if I show what she looked like as a baby. I know she doesn't like to be on screen. I'll ask her permission first though before I before I show you. Won't be able to fit baby James's forehead on screen. Aww, leave baby James out of it. He had a beautiful head. I don't know why he's got this thing that his head is massive. It's the same size as his dad's. I mean, don't say Nick's got a massive head. And what have you guys done that's made him ask me to order him some purple hair colorant? He said it was something to do with stream, that he's got to have purple hair. What did you guys do that made him agree to that? It was Natalie. You're trying to say you're innocent then, Faisal. Okay. Oh, a sub goal. Oh, right. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Natalie bullied him into it. Oh. Yeah, he came down to me yesterday. He said, Mum, I need you to buy me something. And I was like, right, okay, what? He said, I need you to get me some purple hair dye. I was like, why? He said, I don't know. He said, I don't know which stuff to buy. He says, but just get me something that's not permanent. I was like, right, okay. And I asked him why, and he went, oh, it's just something chat's making me do. Please buy a permanent one. There is no way I'm buying a permanent one. He has got beautiful red hair. Beautiful red hair. There is no way I'm buying him a permanent purple hair dye. No. I'm going to want that stuff to come out. Bit. See what I'm doing. Where's that? Use that rose carmine again. go in with the dark chrome yellow. Add those little orange tones again. Fuchsia. How many gifted for permanent? I'm not even going to get into that. There's no way I'm going to let you make me get permanent hair colour. Not even for subs. James is purple. Oh my god, you're gonna make me draw James? Right, okay, let me just see, let me just think how he has his hair. pencil. Hang on. Draw his headphones.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Give him some nice little dark bits, some little purple highlights. There we go. Oh, is he going to have to dye his eyebrows as well? Let's give him purple eyebrows.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
And he does like a picture on his Insta or everything. He always does his eyes going off to one side, doesn't he? There we go. Oh, let's give him a little purpley scraggly beard. Look at this for a likeness. There we go. Hoodie. Which way around does it go? Right, so anxiety gone. Crossed out. Anxiety go. There you go. James. Is that just a photo? Well, yeah, it's just a preview, you know, what he's going to look like with his purple hair. Should I take a picture of it and send it to him? Let me just do that. No, that's not my code for my phone. There we go. Let me just put it on his Discord. He's gonna hate me for this. James. Chat request. Pick. I've sent it to him privately. Shall I stick it on his... he's got an art channel, hasn't he, on his Discord. Hang on. My chat request. James with purple hair. There we go. I've stuck it on his Discord as well. He's gonna hate me, isn't he? Right, what was I doing? Okay. Finishing off this flower. He's gonna hate me for that. What have you made me do? You'll have to persuade him when he goes on stream to make it his new profile pic or something. It was Jamie, not your chat. We are innocent. This is twice you've proclaimed your innocence here, Faisal. Let's get this fuchsia. Chat always gets credit for your solo ideas. Alright, what did you make me do, Jamie? I'll go back in and edit. Actually, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to go back in, I'm going to edit, and I'm going to say Jamie made me do it. Here we go. You want full credit, right? Edit message. Jamie's chat request. He made me do it. There we go. You now have full credit for it, Jamie. You're welcome. Just realised I'm not putting the shading on the top of this one. Shift my reference picture slightly. Here's my eraser. Just using this really light magenta just to go into this green section. And then the leaf green. Right. Just going to go in with this, just make it a little bit darker here on this edge. So I'm just going to add in these little finishing bits now. These little, almost like creases, just where the main flower branches off from the stem. It's like little bruises. Touches. Okay. Is there anything that I want to add? What about the birdie? Let me just have another look at the birdie. Right. Okay, I'm going to call that done, I think. So there we go. So another one finished. And yeah, I have absolutely no idea what the next one is going to be. I will have to have a little look and see what I think. Whether I'm really not brave enough to do those wolves yet. I want to do them, but I want to do them justice. And so it's chicken. Maybe. It may be. Who knows? Who knows? I will have a look. I will have a look online and see if there's anything that particularly takes my fancy. But yeah, so I shall think about it. But yeah, so I'm going to call it as an end for today's stream then. I know it's 10 minutes early, but there's no point in trying to do something else for 10 minutes, so we'll just call it for today. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Thank you for joining me. If I do any Valo, it's most likely going to be mid-afternoon on Sunday if I do a Valo stream then. But yeah, if not, I will see you back here on Monday at 9:30 for the Dalmatian, and which I'm really pleased with actually, the Dalmatians. I'm really looking forward to getting that done. And yeah, and then we'll see where we go from there. So once again, thanks for joining me, guys. Have a lovely, lovely weekend, and I will see you all soon. Take care, guys. Bye.